Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-52439. You know. 205-964-52439. You know.
In the famous words of Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise.
We back.
We are back. Hey, you can't separate us, man. You put us on two different planets, and we're going to reconnect.
For sure. My dog. What's up, Ty?
You got it, man. So if you don't know what this is Comps 101, episode number 30, finally. Oh, and guess what, guys, real quick. I put the episodes, all of the previous episodes in a playlist. If you want to access those, you can access it two places at comps101.com, or you can text the letters ARV to 205-964-5243. I'll send you a link back directly to the playlist that you can watch previous episodes of Comps 101. 29 episodes. What's happening, Jamil?
What's going on, bro? Good to see you, dude. It's been too long.
Been too long, man. So if you don't know why we're here to try to make you some money. It all starts with knowing if you have a great real estate deal, you have to know the end game. What will the house appraise for in excellent condition? Also known as after repair value, also known as ARV. Jamil is the expert. I'm a novice. Now, how do they say it? Novice?
You're not a novice. You're good at. You're very good. Ty's very good. But I have definitely dedicated my a long time of my life. I'd say the last 20 years to understanding value. And why is that, guys? Why do I care so much about comps and understanding how much stuff is worth? Well, you don't know if you have a deal unless you know what your property is worth, truly, right? So unless you know ARV, how do you know where you should lock up a property? And I've seen too many wholesalers get started in a business. They go and lock up a house and they lock it up too high, and then they can't sell it, and then they quit. And they say, oh, this wholesaling, it doesn't work. No, it's not that it doesn't work. It's that you had some of it right. You just needed to tweak some things. You needed to get a little bit more education, a little bit more knowledge. And that's why we're here. We're here to help you guys. We're here and we do it free. We do this because we truly want you guys to have financial benefits from wholesaling. We want to see you guys win. And this is the foundation of this whole business. It's a foundation. So bring your addresses, put your addresses in the chat. Ty and I will comp them, tell you how much they're worth, and tell you what to go and lock those things up at. Because I've done deals across the country. I know what percentage of ARV you need to lock up a house anywhere in the United States. So bring it. Let's go.
Let's get it. So we're going to hide not that one. We're going to hide this one. And let's get in here in the comments. I'm sure we got a lot of hellos because they didn't know this was going to happen. I love to surprise people. Under promise, overperform is my thing. But so happy Sunday from James Black Forbes said, what is okay, you asked me a question. I'm gonna just get a couple of hellos out here. Ursula says, what's up? Anthony says, flip this guy, keep going. Beautiful C says, hey. We got a few more. Okay, so let's get into some comps, man.
Let's get in.
Money. All right, so who has one here first? So we got Marcus here.
Okay.
Says 123 Allen. So I guess we got a zip code. Google should figure it out. Let me see if I can pull up the full address. Please put in the full address, guys, if possible. Let me add Jamil's screen. 123 Allen.
What screen are you seeing right now? My batch leads?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What was that zip? 48198.
What city is that in?
48198 is, let me see. It's I'm not even sure how to say it. Something. It's avenue actually. It's not a street. Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti.
There you go.
Ypsilanti. Wow. That is an interesting word, isn't it?
Yeah. What's the population of that? Let me just out of curiosity.
Is that in Missouri?
It's in Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Michigan.
Ypsilanti, Michigan.
20,000 population. Is it outside of a major market? Is it a suburb of anywhere? Let me see. It appears to be a suburb of Ann Arbor.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So suburb of Ann Arbor, which is a fairly decent sized market. So here we got a 1945 build, 816 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom. This house is a single story, sits on a 0.15 acre lot. It is a single family house. That's all we know about it. Let's see what it might be worth. If
Give
you
them a
take
couple
me,
comp
then I'll
rules.
take you back.
Hey, Jamil, run through a couple of comp rules really quick. Some of the basics.
So guys, just to kind of give you a little bit of an understanding of, what I do and why it's important. So I follow appraiser rules. So how I compare houses and how I find value is I actually went to appraisal school. I went all the way through it, but I didn't take the test because I didn't want to be a licensed appraiser. I just wanted to know how licensed appraisers work. And I use appraisal rules, and it's important that we use appraisal rules. Why? Because our buyers are subject to those appraisal rules. So what are some of those rules? Well, first and foremost, I can only compare houses that are similar to my subject. Meaning, if my subject is built in 1945, I can really only compare houses that have been built in 1945 or plus or minus 5 to 10 years. So I might be able to go to 1955. I might be able to go down to 1935, but that's it. I can't take my 1945 house and compare it to a house built in 1975. It's too far apart. Another thing that we use is we try not to cross any major streets. Okay, so if I'm looking at a subject property and if I have comparables that are around my subject property, I don't want to cross any major roads to go and find my comparable house. So I'm going to try to find my comps without crossing major streets. The other thing that I want to keep in mind is that I want to compare properties that are in the same subdivision. So if I have a house in subdivision Ty Taylor, I want to find my comps in subdivision Ty Taylor. I don't want to go find comps in a different subdivision called Ty Taylor Sin. I know that was weird, but you know what I'm saying, right? Same subdivision. One more thing, guys, we can only compare properties that are within plus or minus 200 square feet of our subject. So if my property is 1,800 square feet, and my comparables then that I'm pulling can only be 2,000 down to 1,600. So plus or minus 200 square feet. Any more or any less, the dollar per square foot ratio doesn't translate. So plus or minus 200 square feet. Those are just some ground rules, guys, some of the things that we follow. And lastly, before we comp this house, I can only compare properties of the same type. So if I have a single story, I can only compare it with other single story properties. If I have a 2-story, I can only compare it to other 2-story properties, meaning I can't take a single story property and compare it to a 2-story. And I can't take a 2-story and compare it to a single story because the values won't work. That's it.
All right, boom. All right, so let's get into it.
Okay, so here's our subject. Now you can see we got what is happening from over here to here. You see that, Ty? It's like it goes from like pretty and green and watered and all like, cool looking, and then it gets brown up here. See all that?
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but let's just see what's going on over here. So this still built, it's a 1950 build. So, you know, same build generation. So that's good. There's one here that's a 3-1, 915 square foot, sold for 195. So we can keep that in mind. That's a possible comp. Here we got one that's a 3-1, that's 1,000 square feet, a 1950 build that sold for 175. So that's also something to keep in mind there. That's pretty good. So we're looking at between, you know, 175, 190. What's down here? I don't necessarily want to cross this major road. So I like just sticking with these comps up here. I think something's going on here with the way this photograph was taken.
Do the map view and see what you see. You're in this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think these are fine for us to use up here because I don't necessarily want to cross forward, you know?
Yeah.
So I like these ones here, Ty. I like our comps here. So I'm going to say that we probably got about 180K ARV, 180.
Okay, boom.
Now, if you're in Michigan, you usually, if it's a cosmetic remodel, you have to be at 50% of ARV, or if it's full gut, 30% of ARV. So you're going to want to know a little bit about the condition of this house. But if you have a 180 ARV, if it's cosmetic, offer 90. And if it's full gut, offer 55.
All right. Go to South Carolina, Columbia, 5428 Pine Straw Road. (5428) Pine Straw Road from Jamil David Scott.
We got a Jamil on here.
He spells it Jamel. Jamil or Jamil, I guess.
Jamil.
Yeah.
What up, bro? What up, Jamil?
David Scott.
5428 Pine Straw Road in Columbia, South Carolina. 1964 built, 1484 square footer. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. Batch has an estimated value on it at 147. This is a single story sitting on a 33,564 square foot lot. Bought in 18 at 120. So they bought this thing in 2018 at 199. Let's see what it be worth.
Right.
All right, so we know we're north of 142, so I'm going to start looking at this then. What's this 159? Here's a 159.9. It's about 100 square feet larger, but that's sold for 160 in 2020. So now we're up to 160. What's this over here? What's this 197? What's this 226 first? Oh, whoa. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a really nice remodel. So there we go. So we could probably be up to 200 now because this, look at this one. This one is larger by 200 square feet. So, but it's also from 2019. So maybe we could say 210. So now we're up to 210. Let's check out this 272. Oh, wow. Let's just look at the lot details on this. See how big it is. Smaller lot. That's our comp. That's our comp right there, Ty. So we are larger on this comp, so I have to make an adjustment for that dollar per square foot. So we're going to take 272,000 divided by 1681. That's $161 per square foot. I'm going to multiply that by my 1484 square feet of our subject, and that takes us to an ARV of 240. In Columbia, South Carolina, you want to be at 50% of ARV when you're writing offers for cosmetics. So 120 would be my offer price. 120.
Boom. All right. Let's go to Houston.
Houston.
517 Wainwright, Wain, right, all one word, WRIGHT.
517 Wainwright Street in Houston, Texas. The city of floods. Batch has an estimated value on this one at $293. It's a 1938 build, 1318 square foot, 2-bed, 1-bath, sitting on a 20,000 square foot or a 0.45 acre lot. It's a single-story house. And this is notable in Houston. It is frame construction, so it's not block. Why is it notable in Houston? Because Houston's wet.
Oh my God, it's raining like hell.
So we've got one sale here from 2019 at 157. That's an old one. So we're going to just look for something better. This is 20 years newer, this 56 build. So I don't want to use that. This is about 12 years newer. I hate using it, but I'm going to say that you know it could be usable. Ooh, here's the one. A 1940 build, but it's about 300 square feet larger. So that's also an issue for me. It's kind of breaking the rules, but there's not a lot nearby to kind of go off of. So I'm starting to paint the picture that this is about a 200 house. Okay. Let's see if this 206 gives us anything there. Oh, look at that. Here we got a 1946, and this is smaller by 200 square feet. So that pushes us up to about 220. All right. Well, then let's look at this 226. That's too big, but 220 is still looking good. That's a little large too. This just seems out of control. This 322. I don't understand that. Seems like an outlier. Let's check this 293. Well, that was too new. Here we got a 1940, 1260 square footer at 272. That's going to be our high one, Ty. So I'm going to call it a 270 house.
All right. Boom.
Now in Houston, you can be at 70%. So 190.
Okay. All right. I had it here that I want to go. Let me see. I got there's so many. You guys are really pouring it in. So Remember, guys, we're not going to be able to get everybody. We're going to try to get most of y'all, but if we don't, you can submit them over to comps101.com. We comp them there for free. So let's go to Compton.
Compton. Go.
757 West 131st. From DeMarcus Mohorn. 757 West 131st. Compton.
Okay. So just to note it is citing a busy road, and it is listed actively on the MLS, and it has been an active listing on the MLS since April 13th of 2020. So May, June. Guys, if something's been listed for 2 months on the MLS and it hasn't sold yet, it's drastically overpriced. But let's just see how overpriced it is. So it's an 1103 square foot, 1947 build, 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, sitting on a 4,900 square foot lot. So we've got a sale at 400 for about 200 square feet smaller. So that shows us that the ARV is probably closer to 430. Let's check this guy out here. Here we've got almost a model match. It sold for $479.9. Now let's look at the condition of this model. This is fully remodeled. Look at that. Complete remodel on an interior street. Okay. Our active here, what does this one look like? Let's look at the pictures. Are there any pictures here? No, there's no pictures. But I'm assuming that they listed at 475 because of this 479. But I bet you this house needs a full remodel. So they listed it at ARV. Not paying attention to the fact that this comp here had a full remodel. Look at the kitchen. Look at the flooring. So in order for that to be a deal, you want to be buying that at about 75% of 479. $360. They're about $100K overpriced. That's why it's still available.
Wow. That'll do it for sure.
That'll do it for sure.
All right, let's go to New York, Utica, New York to be exact. 907 3rd Avenue, Utica.
.907 3rd Ave, Utica, New York. Also active on the MLS. Been available since March 28th of 2021. Same thing as what I said earlier. If something has been on the market since March of 2021 in the hottest market in the history of the United States, it's drastically overpriced. 1890 build, 3,100 square foot property. It's a 2-story. It's a commercial office residential. So it's got an interesting thing because there's commercial on the bottom and residential on top here. We really should have the rents, if you have the available rents for this, because I don't think we're going to be able to find comparables based off of like properties. When you're dealing with commercial, you need to know how much income is being brought in order to understand value. But I'm just going to take a quick look here and see if there's any like properties nearby, and there are not. So in order for us to help you out here, whoever this was, you need to let us know how much the rent is on the residential portion and what the commercial portion rents for.
Okay, boom. All right. Let's see what we got in Baltimore here. All right, Terry Free from YouTube. 4424 Powell Avenue, Baltimore.
(4424) Powell Ave, Baltimore, Maryland.
Mhm. Marcus said, thanks, guys. Thank you, Marcus, for joining us.
So here we got a 1910 build, 1672 square foot. I'm going to assume it's either a 3 or a 4 bed because it's pretty large. So let's call it a 3 bed, 2 bath. This one is a 2-story. It is single family, single unit, sitting on a 7,500 square foot lot. Let's see what it's worth. How many people we got with us today, Ty?
Showing 123 right now.
So there should be 123 likes.
No question about it. Actually, we've been up to about 140, and but currently 124.
So do us a favor, guys, because this helps out Flipman's channel. Go smash the like button, please. Smash the like button right now. Just take a quick moment. That's all the payment you need to deliver to just say thanks to Ty for putting this together today, because he's dope and cares about you. So just do that for him.
Boom.
So there was a 46 sale, which I don't necessarily like. What's this 220? Ooh, here's a 1910 build, which is just like us. Looks like it's a 2, so very similar looking property. But it's about 100 square feet smaller, and that sold for $220 in 2019, which is good news. What's this 285? Here you go. There's a 1920. Now this is 400 square feet larger than ours. So I'm going to say that we're still at about 220, 230. Let's look at this 233. 1922 build. A little smaller, it's a 230. So that tells us we're, close to about 225, 230. What's this? It's too large. It's 244, too large. I think 230 is it, Ty. 230. So in Baltimore, Maryland, you want to be at about 65%, 65 to 70%. So I'd go between 150 and 160 on my offer there.
Boom. All right, let's go to Detroit. Darnell Patton. Darnell is a regular. What's up, Darnell from Facebook?
What up, bro?
881. Algonquin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. ALGONQUIN.
Algonquin.
Okay, Street, Detroit.
881 Algonquin Street, Detroit, Michigan. We got a 1921 build, 1283 square foot, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. This was bought for $18,500 in 2017. They tried listing it on the MLS in January of 2020 at $45,500. They didn't have any luck selling it. This one is a 2-story house. sitting on a 3,900 square foot lot. Let's see what it's worth. So ARV is about 54. This is a freshie. Same size. And, you know, let's see. I mean, this was definitely needing some work. This was not after repair. So you got a 54 sale there. This must have been a bulk sale, that 162. There's a 30. 24. So it looks like the cash sale amount's about 54 there. It's the highest we got. That's from 2021. So if you can get it under contract below that, that's what you're trying to do. And it looks like once it's renovated, this is what it can sell for, 120. So that sounds right. Sounds about right. So you want to go to try to lock that thing up in the 40s. Go try and lock that up in the 40s.
All right. We're going to go to Illinois. Okay. Kimberly Waters, 2926 West Main Street, Belleville, Illinois.
Oh, I didn't like that address.
Belleville is spelled Belleville.
Yep, 2626 West Main.
No, 2926. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There we go. 2926 West Main Street in Belleville, Illinois. Batch has a value estimated at $33,000. It's a 1923 built, 1354 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. It was listed in 2019 at $39,900 and didn't sell. It was canceled. This is a single unit sitting on a 6,098 square foot lot, 2-bed, 1 bath. As I said, single story. Let's see what it's worth. So we had a similar sale at 18 back in 19, but that's low. Let's see what else we got here. What's this 45? This is 20 years newer though. So I don't like that. Let's check this 71. Another 20 years newer as well. Not loving that. Here we go. There you are. 1922, 1232 square foot. This is from March of 2020. It sold at 72. So that pushes us to about 75. So that's where I'm going to call it 75 ARV. So this is Belleville, Illinois. You probably want to be at 55%, 50% there. So if it's 75, go off for 37.50. They might be open to it because they were trying to sell at $39.9 back in 2019. So go get it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to Danville, Virginia, from Sierra Burks, YouTube. 110, so 110 Graymont Place.
$110 Graymont Place, Danville, Virginia.
Yes, sir.
All right, we've got a 1973 build, 1,299 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Looks like it's sitting on a 6,664 square foot lot. Batch thinks it's worth around 120. All right, here's our subject. What's this? So we are more than 100 because this is from 2019 and it's a smaller property. So I'm going to now look for stuff over 100. What's this 122? Look at that. It's a little older, but it is a single story. So, or is it? No, it looks like they've got a, wait, is that the carport? That's the carport. So it's single story. Let's see what else we can find. I just want to double check and make sure that is a single story. Yeah, it is. All right, then. Because it sure works. So we know we're above 103. It's probably sitting at about the 110 mark. What's this 105? Slightly smaller. I think 110's it, Ty. 110.
It's a boom. All right. So we're
out there in Danville, Virginia, probably be at 65% of ARV. So offer around 70.
Okay, boom. All right, guys. Again, before we go to the next one. If you want to watch previous episodes of Comps 101, this is number 30. So we have 29 before this one. Just text ARV to 205-964-5243. I'll put the number up here in a second. All right, so let's go to the Ham where I'm located. Judah. He's been on some of the daily lives. He's put a few deals together out the gate. 1664 Lee Avenue Southwest, Birmingham 35211. West End, aka West End.
In the Ham.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got a 1924 build, 1,400 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Batch has an estimated value at $85K. This one is a single unit, single story, 1,400 square foot, sitting on a 7,000 square foot lot. Let's see. Well, that's a pretty one right here. So that tells us we're a little bit above 82 because we're larger. Same year build almost. But now I'm looking for stuff above 82. So I can ignore all these other little guys around because we know we've already hit 82. What else we got? We got actives here. We got some active at 89. So, you know, that tells us we haven't really broken 82. We have an active at 89, but 82 is still our sale. I'm going to call it there. Ty, how do you feel about that number?
It's tricky over there.
Okay.
I know what investors would generally pay over there.
Would they pay around 20 grand?
Normally they don't.
What
It
would
has
they pay?
to be normally it's 20 and below. Normally.
Okay.
If it needs considerable work, under 10.
So under 10, but do you think if that it could fetch around 85 if fixed up?
Yeah, you can retail it for that, but it is just so tricky over there, man. But you know the numbers are the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I got one over there right now catching hell move at 13, but it needs a lot of work or whatever. We got it in the contract for like 3 or whatever.
Dang.
So yeah.
There you go. From the king of ham himself.
Yeah. So let's see where else we're gonna go. All right, let's go to trying to get all parts of the country here. Oh, I was gonna go to Miami. Where is it? No, let's go to Brooklyn. New York is always a different animal. Isaac Fortuna, 757 Monroe Street, Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. In the house. What was that Miami one at?
757 Monroe, Brooklyn, New York.
New York.
1899 build, 2,000 square foot. We don't know the beds. We don't know the baths. It's a 2-story, single unit, single family house. Looks like some kind of a brownstone kind of thing.
What does that mean? Educate me on that when they say brownstone. What does that mean?
It's like a row house.
Okay.
Looks like, you know, these things are trading at around $1 million. That's
what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah, you can see it, you know, $1 million. What does 2 million get you? It's got to be a little larger, but look at that. It's a 1.6 sale.
Boy.
But look, that was just look at that. That's like, so 1.6, they knock it out of the park. But 1 million ARV. That's what it is.
1 mil. So what do you need to get it at?
In Brooklyn, about 750.
750, 75%. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go to Miami.
Okay.
Don Darisma on YouTube. 16550. 16550 Northeast 4th Avenue.
Northeast 4th Ave, Miami, Florida, 1946 build, 1478 square foot, 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom. This one is a single unit, single story, sitting on a 13,313 square foot lot. So you got some pending remodels right nearby, but they're a little smaller at 375. So I feel like that's going to push you up above 400. There's not a ton. I'm gonna take this and over to Zillow because I'm not seeing a lot on batch for this one. So
I forgot what address I gave you.
do you still see the
What was the address again? 16651.
yeah, I've got it. You see the Zillow screen, Kai?
Yeah, we see it. We see it.
Okay.
One 16550.
Yes, there's our subject. Yeah, this is the one. This is still small though. So yeah, we're above 400. I don't see any evidence of a sale at 4. Ooh, there's a 385. I think that's it, Ty. 385.
385. Okay, boom.
385. We got time for one more.
All right, all right. So let's make it good. Let's see here. Who do we go with? Let's go to Fresno, California. 4147 North Barcus Avenue.
Spell it.
Barcus.
4147 Barcus Avenue in Fresno, California. 3-bed, 1.5 bath, 1479 square foot house. Zillow has a estimate of about 300K. This one was built in 1983, sits on a 7,000 square foot lot. Let's see what it's worth. Yes, there's our subject. Look at that. Got a sale at 265 right across street, model match. Let's see if we can beat that. That's the one, baby. It's a 300. I'm going to call it a 300. You want to lock that up at 210?
300. All right, boom. All right, guys. We've knocked out a few in the 50 plus minutes we've been rolling here. Really appreciate everyone that has participated in this episode of Comps 101, number 30. Again, you can access the previous episodes. Either go to comps101.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and select the button, or you can text ARV to 205-964-5243. So this is all this all is possible through because we have a sponsor that shells out gas money for both of us. So here they are.
What's cracking? I'm Jamil Damji, and I was looking for Ask Flip Man all over the internet. I could not find this man to save my life. I was tracking him down, and then I figured out I could skip trace him. And where did I skip trace him at? Skip2flip.com. Skip2flip.com. What do you want to tell him?
He overpaid. You don't have to overpay by simply using the code FLIPMAN.
Use code FLIPMAN, guys. 15-cent skips. Skip2flip.com.
So there you go. All righty, guys. So next week is the 4th, right?
Yes.
That's probably won't happen next week.
Not next week, but the following Sunday, guys, we'll be back at 4 p.m. Pacific, and you can make the whatever that works out to in your time zone. But it's been awesome to see you guys all again. Appreciate every single one of you. Love you, Ty. I'll see you again in a couple weeks.
All right, my man. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243.